trafficking is about money. No trafficker gets up in the morning and decides that they think they'll do a bit of sexual exploitation or domestic servitude, or maybe take the organs and traffic those. No, traffickers get up in the morning to make money. And therefore, we need to target and take the money out of the system. In 2005, we launched Stop the Traffic, and we meant what we said. That we weren't there to just try and make things a bit better, but we wanted to stop it. We wanted to disrupt it.
So I'm going to borrow a quote from Desmond Tutu. He said, "There comes a time when you have to stop pulling people out of the river and go upstream and find out why they're falling in." I really think that's highly applicable to this moment. The use of technology to mine the incredible amounts of data that are out there that can actually help us find out why they're falling in and actually stop it happening is incredible.
So what we need to do is we need to be able to give to every community sight so that they can see for themselves where their risk lies and what action they can take. Stop the Traffic is committed to be intelligence-led and bring that intelligence to those actors.
The Trafficking Analysis Hub is a cloud-based platform. It's hosted in the IBM cloud. It's a secure platform where partners can share data. Non-government organisations were probably the easiest people to get on board, and they're sharing the data of incidents. The challenge with incidents is that it's always historical. So what we're looking at now is involving the financial institutions. And the financial institutions can give us patterns of anomalies in the financial transactions that relate to money laundering, which is a prevalent part of human trafficking. The transactional information is real-time or near real-time. So those patterns give us an indication that something is occurring right now. Investigative teams inside the financial institutions can start to see what patterns are developing in these specific locations for these specific types of transactions and for these specific types of trafficking. And that's something that they haven't had access to before.
The more external organisations that we can bring in to be part of this with us, the greater our scale grows, because all of a sudden it's not just the public domain data or law enforcement data or the data that Stop the Traffic can collect through their app. Suddenly it's an awful lot of proprietary information that those organisations have that they can collaborate on, and that also gives us a global scale and a global reach, which is quite extraordinary.
The Stop app is something that we've been developing now for about 4 months. And what we're doing is we're working on the principle of, first off, awareness, raising awareness with the general public to look for things that, very often it's hidden in plain sight. Trafficking is right there in front of us, but we don't realize it. So if you see things that are unusual after you've been through the awareness, you have some vehicle to do something about it. The app gives you the ability to take a picture, send an audio message, send a video message, or send a text message into the center. We have the geolocation for it, we have the date and time, we have some information about the enrichment of that data, and that can all flow directly into the Trafficking Analysis Hub. It becomes a new data source for us, which hopefully as it gets scale, we start to get more and more reports, which again enriches the data sets.
Why IBM? Why is IBM involved in this? Why is IBM working to prevent human trafficking? It's because we can and because we must. IBM forever, for its entire 180-year history, has sought to make the world work better and to change the way the world works. And if you can apply that thinking at the amazing scale that you can if you're a global organization like IBM, then that is a fantastically proud and inspiring moment.
It's a huge thing professionally in my career to be able to be involved in an initiative like this. I've done many projects for many different types of companies and organizations in IBM, but I'll always look back on this one as the one that I was particularly proud of and the one that I really enjoyed most.
The relationship and partnership with IBM transformed our lives. Years before, we were starting to understand that everybody holds a story, whether it's in the village on the street or whether it's the person in the bank or the person in the business, the person who's trying to prosecute and arrest. Everyone holds some story of what they know. What we needed was to bring those stories together. We needed to weave them into a tapestry that would show us a picture, tell us a story that was bigger than anyone held. IBM gave us that possibility. They gave us cloud, they gave us the first analytical tools, and that gave us the beginnings of sight. We've begun to identify hotspots, and then Stop the Traffic takes action. Every day, I wake up and I have hope.